Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cop Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are on a fantastic day from wherever you are around the world. And I will first of all want to apologise that we haven't been live. Straight after the game, been quite busy today, and also apologise that the green screen is not working at the moment. For some reason, StreamYard doesn't want to work today, so I do very much apologise for that. But what I don't apologise for is that Liverpool have beaten Cardiff by 3 goals to 1 to move us into the next round of the FA Cup, which, of course, I think pretty much all of us are hoping for a cup treble perhaps this season, and Liverpool are definitely on our way to do that anyway. But guys, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Anyway, let me know as well your man of the matches. I know there'll be different opinions as well. Of course, we had the return of Harvey Elliott, and of course the debut of Díaz as well. Of course, the two lads on the screen right now. Anyway, I thought both of them did a very, very good job today anyway. And if anyone would like to join the stream, there is a pinned tweet in the comment section down below. So if anyone does want to come and join them, please feel free to. Like I do say, please be respectful, please be nice, and don't be an idiot. That's the only thing I do ask for. Anyway, but guys, let me know your thoughts anyway. And straight off the bat, fair play to Cardiff. That's all I can say about that. The fans were excellent from start to finish. The game, I'm not going to lie. Look, we know that 12 o'clock kickoff is a bit of a shitty kickoff time. And I think Jurgen mentioned that before kickoff, was saying he didn't understand why we was playing at 12 o'clock, but he was like, okay, fine, that's fair enough. But fair play to the Cardiff fans, because they've probably been travelling since 4 o'clock in the morning. It's mad, isn't it? But look, at the end of the day, we got the job done. Very surprised as well with the team sheet, I should say. For me personally, I thought it was a very, very strong team, which I didn't expect. Expected more of a mixed bag. But look, at the end of the day, if that's the team that Jurgen's confident of, going out with, and then, of course, Thursday going out against Leicester, then I'm more than happy with that anyway. But guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know, who you thought was man of the match as well throughout. Chris says, "Hi mate, hope you're well." Says job done, on to the next game, and says on to the next round as well. Yes, of course, we'll say it now anyway, but the Reds are through, and we will face Norwich next in the FA Cup. It is at Anfield, which the draw was done 15 minutes before kickoff, which was a bit weird. I won't lie. Normally it's done on a Monday or a Tuesday. Like I know recently they've been doing it on the One Show and things like that, but it was done 15 minutes before kickoff, and it is confirmed that Liverpool will be playing Norwich in the next round as well. Anyway, but look, it is what it is. Of course, we've played Norwich twice this season. Of course, in the league and in the League Cup as well. I think we battered them in the League Cup. I think it was like, what was it, 3-4-0, guys? If my memory serves me correct. Anyway, but look, at the end of the day, it was today's win. It was a good statement, I feel, because Liverpool had we had a few players in and out. You look at it. Kelleher, I thought was a bit iffy today. If I'm being perfectly honest, thought look, some situations he dealt with brilliantly. But of course, we'll speak a bit later on. But of course, that second half yellow card that could have been a red. I know that a couple of people were saying, of course, penalty in the first half that Kanate conceded. For me, don't think that was a penalty at all. If it was the other way around, I'd be like, wow. I don't know if we've got penalty for that, but many people have different opinions anyway. So let me know, guys, your thoughts. Anyway, guys, in saying afternoon, Liverpool were rubbish first half. Harvey Elliott scored a great goal. Díaz will be a cop, darling Connor. Yeah, no, he will, absolutely, he will. Anyway, Tom says, "Oi, fella, sorry your team got robbed today. I hate you so much, Tom." Anyway, no, I hate you so much. Why? You absolute prick. Not kidding anyway, but thank you, Tom, for tuning in anyway. But no, you look at it, look, at the end of the day, if we go and quickly look at the stats for the game over on FootMob, of course, Liverpool 3, Cardiff 1. But like I said, fair play to the Cardiff fans, if you look on it, Diogo Jota getting man of the match, with an 8.8 rating. Ibu having one of the worst, Kelleher probably having the worst in the team. Anyway, but you look at it, Cardiff as well, thought they had a fantastic game. Like I did say, Harvey Elliott as well, Luis Díaz and so on getting. Anyway, but if you look at the stats, Liverpool were, obviously rightful winners in terms of that. 19 shots altogether, 15 chances created, four big chances, which of course Liverpool did take three of anyway. Of course, they're obviously going to dominate accurate passes and things like that. Anyway, like we did say, shots 19-3, five on target of 19, which isn't good for Liverpool, considering we have struggled to get shots on target in some games. If we look back at the Arsenal game, the first leg anyway, then we did struggle. What was it? Our first shot on target was the 79th minute, which of course, is ridiculous for a Liverpool side. Anyway, but let's get on then to the controversial topics of it. Was of course the penalty in the first half. Canate, did he foul him? For me, I don't think he did. Let me know, guys, your thoughts. I know that many people on Twitter were saying that it was a pen, even a couple of Liverpool fans. For me, it wasn't a pen. Like I did say, for me, I think if it was given, I would have been shocked. And, and they'd just say, oh, well, if it was Liverpool penalty, you'd be happy and things like that. Of course, I'd be happy it's a penalty for Liverpool. But for me, I would be shocked. I didn't think there was any big contact, and I did think the Cardiff player was looking for it. To be honest, so he knew that Canate was going to catch up with him, and then just completely, looked for the contact. Practically, VAR in 2019 or 2020. That's what the Cardiff forward was looking for, anyway, in my opinion. But of course, many people have different thoughts and different opinions. Anyway, and of course, the other big controversial topic about the game was, of course, Kelleher rushing out, well, like a salmon, I should say, leaping out completely, like Ali would, but a little bit more reckless. Didn't need to do it, in my opinion. Ibu had it under control, didn't have to rush out that much. And was kind of fortunate a little bit, because if he missed the ball, well, he did miss the ball, but if he missed the player as well, the Cardiff players, one-on-one with Ibu, and practically has an open goal, then to make it, at the time, it was probably going to be 1-1, wasn't it? So for me, I think, is it a red card? No, it's not. But Kelleher is very, very lucky that Ibu was there, because I think if he wasn't there, then yes, it would be 100% a red card, and Liverpool would be down to 10 men, and Cardiff would, have a rocket up their asses. Then I should say anyway. But for me, I don't think it was a red card anyway, in my opinion. But I know many people will have different views and different opinions on that anyway. But I would say, if for me personally, if Canate wasn't there, then it would have been a red card. But because he was there, then it wasn't, in my opinion, anyway. Excuse me. Gary says Trent was good today. One thought Hendo was rubbish. Very, very interesting. I've seen. For me, I think, look, it was. We discussed this in the match preview show. The problem was for Liverpool was in normal international breaks, we've had everyone playing football, haven't we, guys? We've had players go away to England, Brazil and things like that. The thing is, the only players that did play over the last 2 weeks was the South American lads. So Luis Díaz, Bobby, I think went to Brazil, didn't he? I think he went. I'm not really sure on that. Ali, Fabinho wasn't there today. Neither was Allison as well. So Jurgen deciding to keep them ready for Thursday against Leicester. Of course, you'll be hoping tonight. Anyway, we might be live as well tonight, I should say, guys. Because of course tonight is the AFCON final between Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane. It's a big day for Liverpool. I will say that anyway. But of course, We'll either be live straight after the final, or we'll be live, bringing you the news anyway on who's won and who hasn't won. To be fair, but yeah, in terms of Hendo being rubbish, for me, I thought everyone, to go back on the point, I think we needed to play, didn't we? Like I did say in the match preview show. For me personally, Liverpool have got to play with rhythm. If we had just, put out a weakened side like we did against Shrewsbury, um, and then went to play against Leicester, I think we would be crap against Leicester. Now, because we have this game and we have what now until Thursday, right? Well, Thursday night anyway to play. That's what 3 or 4 training sessions. That you can get the whole team together. Now you've got everyone there. Everyone should be back at least by Tuesday, I would say. Especially from Sadio and Mo with Afcon and so on. I would expect them to just come back straight away. Because of course there is that rumor that the winner will have a day off and then the loser won't. So I don't know whether or not that's true. That it was just a rumor going around. I don't think it is true. But for me, I think, look, if we can get the boys back, of course, the impressive debut of Luis Díaz as well, that we will speak about in just a moment anyway, and we'll have a look as well at his numbers as well. But of course, it will take time for these lads to gel back together. It is kind of like a mini break, so it might take a game or two. But of course, hopefully we kick the ground running anyway on Thursday against Leicester. But guys, let me know your thoughts. If anyone does want to join them, please feel free. Also, as well, I should have said at the start as well, please like, share, and subscribe as well. Be very much appreciated. As always, won't be a long post-match show as well. Apologies for that. I've had a bit of a busy day, so I do very much apologise for that, because we was planning to go live straight after the game, and of course I couldn't. So apologies for that anyway. I should really have like an internship. It's like, if anyone wants to come and do the channel, sometimes, then please come on. I haven't got money to pay you, but we move. I'm kidding anyway, guys. Anyway, but of course, let's speak then about, of course, one man in particular making his return. He is on the left of your screen anyway, and of course it is Harvey Elliott scores on his return. Of course, as well, his first goal for Liverpool Football Club, which is absolutely brilliant. To be fair, I thought he had scored for Liverpool. For some reason, I thought he scored against Villa in the FA Cup. Then remember, they beat us 5-0 in the FA Cup. So yeah, but yeah, it is Harvey Elliott's first ever Liverpool goal, which is fantastic. Look, on his return, 5 months out, we've all been excited for Harvey Elliott to come back, and wow, he didn't disappoint, did he? Getting a standing ovation from the Anfield crowd. I know that Luke was there today from the 1892 Reds podcast. I'll hopefully be speaking to him very later on anyway, or tomorrow. But you look at it and go, wow, yeah, just what a player he is. And for me, like Jurgen said, you can tell, by watching a player how good, he is. And for me, oh my God, what a player he is. If we quickly take a look at his stats anyway for the game, anyway, you can only see the single bit, to be fair anyway. But as you can see, getting a 7.6 rating, played for 32 minutes, got a goal, 3 shots, accurate passes 28, which is 90% passing accuracy as well. But to be fair, very decent numbers on his return as well. And of course, he was interchanging with the right hand side of the midfield and the wing position as well with Taki to begin with. But then of course it it filtered out then between of course Díaz, Jota and Firmino throughout the time as well. But for me, I thought he's had a very successful return. The question is now, what happens next with Harvey Elliott? Does he play or start against Leicester midweek? I think it's a bit too much for that, but he's very much an option off the bench. And for me, a huge weapon for Liverpool going forward, for the Premier League title, for the Champions League, the FA Cup, and of course the Carabao Cup as well, which I think he will play a huge part in the final. as well. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I can see a few comments talking about the Leicester game, anyway, which is hilarious if true, as well. With Tom saying Forest 2-0 up. Are they actually 2-0 up? Wow. Brendan Rodgers getting the sack. Díaz can also play striker. Yes, he can. He can. He has played there for Porto, and he did play a bit there today. He did go a bit inside, and I think maybe that's what Jurgen might be thinking. Everyone's been speaking about a false, a number 9. Maybe Luis Diaz is that. Maybe he's probably not, but you know what I mean. Rodgers getting the sack of the crying face. Tom, I would love it, mate. I'd absolutely love it, especially the Leicester fans today on Twitter. Especially cheering on Cardiff for it. And like I did say on Twitter, after the game had finished, the next thing for Liverpool now is getting revenge on Leicester, and I want proper revenge on Leicester. I want to batter Leicester all over Anfield as well. That sounds a bit mad, but you guys know what I mean. Anyway, Harvey is a darling of the cop, absolutely. But of course, we'll speak about the other man. Now, Luis Diaz, what a debut. And what a debut it was, to be fair. The ovation, we all made him feel welcome. For me, I thought he had a very, very good, of course, debut. Of course, getting an assist as well for the Taki Minamino's goal. Did brilliant to close down the Cardiff defender. Put a ball across. I thought Jota had touched the ball, which I was like, didn't he? But looking on the replays, Jota didn't touch it, and of course Taki blasted it away. Which we should mention. Taki's goal per 90 ratio has gone back down. So it's pretty good, I would say, at the minute. And of course, I think now he's slotted away 6 of his 7 big chances, or it might be 5 out of 6. Anyway, of course, the only one that he did miss was, of course, that chance in the first leg against Arsenal. But people will just remember that forever. I'm pretty bad in bringing it up, but still, anyway. But what a debut it was for Luis Diaz. To be fair, getting an assist, getting used to Premier League football, getting used to English football. There was a little period, of course, where the Cardiff defender did, stamp. I believe it was Aidan Flint did stamp accidentally on Diaz's knee, which at the time it was like, hopefully nothing's bad here. And then you watch the replay and it's like, oh, it's okay. I think everyone had their their heart going then, I should say, because it did look like for a time something might have been wrong with him, but touch wood and thank the Lord that everything was okay with Luis Diaz anyway. And for me, I thought he had a very successful debut. I would have liked him to score, but I think he was in once, but it was a good save from the Cardiff keeper. To be fair, I don't know the Cardiff players. Like Aidan Flint is the only Cardiff player I know, and that was because of Diaz earlier on. Leicester will be battered on Thursday. I friggin' hope so. Hopefully Forest score about 4 now. That would be nice. Can anyone let me know as well? Are Leicester putting out a strong team, or is it just a weakened team? If it's a weakened team, it's a bit meh. But yeah, if it's a strong team, then brilliant. Then to be fair, but for me, guys, you look at it, you look at the team, and we should say as well. And one thing we haven't mentioned is the fact that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and Joe Gomez have tested positive for COVID-19 as well, so they will miss. I believe they'll miss the Leicester game and the Burnley game on the weekend as well. So fingers crossed. That's it. And we wish those lads well as well. But fingers crossed that is it now with Liverpool and COVID cases. They did, I think Jurgen did say they tested positive this morning or yesterday. And so, fingers crossed, that's it. And we don't get any more cases anyway. So, hopefully them lads get well soon anyway. Because for me, I thought Joe Gomez would have started today, and it did look like he was going to start. But of course, Virgil van Dijk did play in his position anyway. But I think Joe Gomez, he needs time, doesn't he? He needs minutes in his legs, and it would be a very, very big shame, if we didn't. Give him game time this season. I think he starts against Norwich in the cup anyway. Strong team, only changes is Ward in goal and Thomas's left back. No Vardy. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. 3-0 as well. Oh no. Oh, I'm gonna love winding up Anthony later. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Hello, Doug. Doug says afternoon Reds. Anyway, Doug, if you want to join, of course there is a pinned tweet in the comment section down below. If anyone does want to join, then please feel free to come and join. Have your say, have your thoughts. We'll be going for another 5-10 minutes anyway, guys. Like I say, it's only going to be a short post-match show anyway. But if you want to quickly come on and have your say anyway, be very much appreciated. 3-0, Tom is laughing. Yeah, to be fair, it's very, very funny, isn't it? He's getting sacked in the morning. Well, you look at it, I think ever since the start of, what was it, 2021, like, they've had relegation form, like, all over them. And the fact that Brendan Rodgers is speaking about the rebuild in the summer, I'm like, you might not even be around in the summer. Leicester might sack him, and yeah, they might sack him now, of course. But going back onto Liverpool, then major talking points, moving on to Leicester is of course the lads from AFCON, Mo Salah, Sadio Mane. When do they get back? You'd hope it's at least by Tuesday. To have maybe a training session and then go again. Luis Diaz, for me, don't think he starts against Leicester. It would be a very much big risk, but of course, it's up to Jurgen and it's up to Pep Linders as well to decide, what happens. Harvey Elliott as well. Excuse me. Harvey Elliott. Does he stay in the midfield three? Guys, let me know in the comment section down below what your midfield three would be against Leicester. If Harvey was fully up to speed and this, that, and the other, for me he would start alongside Thiago and Fabinho. But for me, I think most likely he'll be Fabinho, Thiago, and Henderson on Thursday. Anyway, I think as well, left back situation, I think it'll be Robbo, without a shadow of a doubt, and then of course it'll be the usual back line then of Trent, Matip, Virgil, and Ali as well. But it's good now that Liverpool have numbers, and I would say, and have strength in numbers as well, as as proof is today. Anyway, I think looking at it, you go, Minamino did well. Origi's back as well. That's one player that didn't, even get a look in today. Of course, we'll have Ox back, after COVID and so on. Díaz, Minamino, Origi, Jota as well. We haven't really mentioned Jota, to be fair, in all of this, because what a player he is. Let's talk about Thiago Jota, because in that first half, that touch and that turn, unfortunately he didn't slot the ball away that time anyway. But what a touch, what a turn it was, wasn't it, guys? And of course, it would have been Thiago Jota getting the goal for Liverpool. And we haven't really spoken about Trent either. Trent getting, was it 15 goal involvements this season now? In like 16 games. It's ridiculous. His numbers is ridiculous. Remember on Friday, I said on Doug's channel that he's a generational talent, and a couple of people were disagreeing. I don't know how you can disagree. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a generational talent. He is the best player in his position, and is proving people wrong time in, time out. And again, people, Trent is shutting people's mouths. It's plain and simple, and I'm absolutely loving everything that we are seeing at the minute from Trent Alexander-Arnold. O'Connor, let's laugh at United. May their run last for 100 years. Yeah, I hope so, to be fair. And Gary says Elliott, Jones, and Keita. I don't think that would be the midfield, but very, very interesting, to be fair. But guys, I am going to leave it there. Apologies, it is such a short stream. Anyway, it will be live probably tomorrow. Might get some of the lads on and have a talk and have a say about this, and of course the Leicester game on Thursday. Anyway, we'll have a a match preview show for that anyway. For me, man of the match goes to Thiago Jota. Thought he was fantastic. I would have liked to give it to Harvey Elliott or Luis Diaz, but for me, it was Thiago Jota. I thought he was Liverpool's best player on the pitch, to be awfully honest with you. And look, at the end of the day, it could have been him, it could have been Trent, it could have been one or two people, in my opinion, anyway. But guys, please stay safe, please stay well. It is a very dangerous place out there at the moment, anyway. But of course, we'll be back tomorrow anyway with another video. But like I do say, please hit that subscribe button as well. Be very much appreciated as always. Please hit that like button, and don't forget to hit the little notification bell as well to remind yourselves when we go live or post a video as well. But anyway, guys, that's been it. Anyway, Liverpool face Norwich in the next round. Don't know exactly when the dates are, but I think it's in the next month, or within the month anyway. But we'll be live and ready anyway when Liverpool play Norwich in the 5th round of the FA Cup. But I've been Connor from the Cop Council, and I will see you all tomorrow, guys.